Oh, look, here's a good place to end it on. The video kind of ends on a note of the rendered spy is taking his leave as TO. Rendered is having a well-deserved break. It's unclear whether Rendered wants to come back and do some stuff, but it sounds like that. Maybe there's that seed still left there of him wanting to come back and do some more. Um, but if he doesn't, I think that now would be the best time possible for me to share my thoughts directly as I had written them to Doka on rendered by moving over to the head TO mantle. So here is what I wrote to Doka in April of this year. So this is me mentioning to Doka that, hey, during this time, I stopped being the TO. I kind of looped back to it because I skipped over it in my initial retelling of things. And, here are the reasons. Like, I stretched myself thin. I was acting as head TO of the country, was a high-level PR player, a beta tester, author of many of the community's most valuable resources. I was pretty much emotionally and mentally spent. And after Rivals Online Championship Series, I hung up the head TO hat for good. So the title of head TO in Australia changed hands a lot. We had events hosted by Mast in the off season, which is looping back to head TO in the Twitter thing. Katsune throwing themselves in the deep end with not one but two RCS seasons, and Lichgo offering events through Dusk, which were run under RCS. I know how some people feel about Lichgo, but it's important to credit that Lichgo was running valuable tournaments for the scene during that time. I understand why they were so divisive, but they still happened, right? Early 2022, the scene entered the era of RenderedSpy head TO. The work that RenderedSpy, with the assistance of other players stepping up to the TO position like Gemic, Cherry, and RMD, has done in the time since has kept the passion of the community alive. Shifting the focus away from high-level play, the amateur series hosted by them is one of the most important elements of the Australian scene currently. Just by scrolling through the Twitter and seeing the countless player bios and pieces of art for the final results for each season provides you with an overwhelming sense of how passionate this TO team are with providing a premium tournament experience to these rising star players who otherwise would not nearly get the same level of attention. One of the things that I stressed really early in my retelling of the history of the Australian Rivals community is how tight-knit our scene was, even back in our humble beginnings in 2016. Seeing where the community is today, with leadership positions changing hands, our highest level players moving on from the game, and even without the local presence we once had, it's still evident to me that the original spirit of the scene is alive and well to this day. Every single person who has contributed to that over the years should be celebrated for that. That is what, at its core, this video is. It is a celebration of those people. And it is a celebration of someone like RenderedSpy, who for so many years put in valuable work for this community. A lot of the players that we have here today would not be enjoying the game and not be a part of the scene in the capacity they are without someone like RenderedSpy. So, Jack, I'm not sure if you're still watching, but if this is you taking a bow, you're done with the scene at this point. I just want to make sure that everyone here sincerely thanks you for your efforts and acknowledges them. A video like this that covers so much of the history, I think it is the perfect time to acknowledge someone like you. For our most recent batch of players in particular. So that's why, like I said earlier, I was really passionate about my retelling of events to Doka. I made sure that these stories are being told, and that includes more than anything more than anything else, it includes the people. The people are at its core what is important to any small community like this. So that's what this video is a celebration of.